$6,630. That's the difference in monthly mortgage payments between the median detached home in Metro Vancouver and the median detached home in Prince George, British Columbia, every single month. Wondering how we arrived at that number? Let me show you. The median detached home in Vancouver is $1.85 million. In Prince George, it's $500,000. Put 20% down on each over the same amortization, and at current fixed rates, those two homes produce two completely different monthly payments. Vancouver at $9,076 a month, and Prince George at $2,446 a month, leaving a gap of $6,630 every single month. That's not just some rounding error, that's an entire second income. That's essentially your retirement, or everything you keep telling yourself that you'll do someday, but you can't afford to do right now. If you're in Metro Vancouver, working two incomes, doing everything right, and still treading water, this video is going to show you exactly why. And it's got nothing to do with how hard you're working. By the end of this video, you'll understand the down payment wall blocking most Vancouver families out of ownership, what the mortgage gap does to your long-term wealth, why it costs nearly $5 more per hour just to survive in Vancouver, what the Prince George job market actually looks like, and what over $21,000 in annual breathing room does for a family that finally gets it back. Real numbers, no opinions, just math. Let's start with the most important question. What does your budget actually buy you? In Prince George, a $500,000 budget gets you a detached home, 3 or 4 bedrooms, a yard, a double garage, a quiet street in a neighborhood like College Heights, The Heart, Heritage, or The Bowl. That's the baseline here. In Vancouver, that same $500,000 gets you a studio condo, 500 square feet, shared laundry, no parking, no outdoor space, and a strata fee on top of your mortgage every single month. Same budget, completely different life. And here's the down payment reality. To buy the Vancouver benchmark home at just under $1.9 million, you need $370,000 in cash before you sign anything. In Prince George, 20% down on a $500,000 median home is $100,000. That's a $270,000 wall just to get through the front door. For most families, that wall is why home ownership in Vancouver never actually happens. It's not a personal failure, it's more of a structural problem with the market. And if a Vancouver buyer does clear that wall, the mortgage on the remaining principal at current fixed rates is $9,076 a month. In Prince George, it's $2,446. That's structural house poverty. You're not overspending on lifestyle, you're spending everything you earn just to keep the roof over your head. And there's nothing left for investing, saving, or building anything meaningful. In Prince George, your carrying cost is manageable. As your equity builds, you stop playing defense and start going on the offensive financially. That's the real difference between these two markets. Now let's talk about what it costs to exist in each city. The living wage in Vancouver is $27.85 an hour. In Prince George, it's $23.15. That's $4.70 more per hour in Vancouver. Not to get ahead, that's just to survive. And the question I hear a lot from people not already living in Prince George is, what am I going to do for work up there? Prince George is not just a mill town anymore. It's the service, logistics, and healthcare hub for the entire northern half of British Columbia. UNBC is a nationally ranked research university right here in the city. The University Hospital of Northern BC is a major teaching hospital serving the entire north. Hundreds of healthcare positions such as doctors, nurses, specialists, and administrators. The province has committed to a $6 billion infrastructure pipeline centered right here called the North Coast Transmission Line. Additionally, the Blackwater Mines expansion's demand for engineers, tradespeople, project managers, and professionals is funded and already underway. Your $80,000 salary in Vancouver barely covers your cost of living. That same salary here in Prince George feels like $120,000 because your mortgage is manageable, your commute is 15 minutes, and your skills are scarce in a market that genuinely needs them. For families, neighborhoods like College Heights, The Heart, and Heritage have strong schools with manageable class sizes. And the UHNBC as a teaching hospital means a tight-knit medical community with specialists rotating through from across the province. Alright, now let's talk about property taxes because this one surprises most people. Vancouver has one of the lowest residential tax rates in Canada at 0.308%. Prince George sits at 0.955%. That sounds like a significant difference until you apply it to the actual home values here. In Vancouver, a rate of 0.308% on $1.85 million means roughly $5,700 a year. In Prince George, a rate of 0.955% on $500 $500,000 means roughly $4,775 a year. It's a higher rate, but a much more affordable home. The annual bill in Prince George is actually lower, meaning that the rate is not the entire story. The asset value is. Now let's talk about what all of this adds up to for a real family. The average 2-bedroom rent in Vancouver is $3,200 a month. In Prince George, it's $1,400 a month. That gap alone is over $21,000 a year back in your pocket. $21,000 a year is a maxed out tax-free savings account. It's your kids in every activity you've been saying no to. It's a family vacation every year without putting it on a credit card. It's the start of a down payment on an investment property, or it's retiring almost 7 years earlier. The last number I want to leave you with is not about money, it's about time. The average Vancouver commuter loses 112 hours a year to traffic, nearly 3 full work weeks that are gone every single year. In Prince George, nearly half of the population commutes in 15 minutes or less. Save 1 hour a day across a full working year, and you get 240 hours of your life back, which could be better used for things like coaching your kids' sports teams, cooking real meals at home with your family, or simply being present in your own life instead of spending it on a highway. And before you ask, yes, there's plenty to do here. The CN Centre hosts major concerts and WHL hockey. Two Rivers Gallery is a genuine world-class art space. Trench Brewing and Deadfalls Brewing give you that kind of local scene where you actually get to know people and feel like you belong somewhere. Prince George is not in the middle of nowhere, it's the center of everything that matters in the north. So let's call it what it is. Down payment, Vancouver needs $370,000 just to get started. Prince George needs $100,000. Monthly mortgage, Vancouver is $9,076. Prince George is $2,446. Living wage just to survive, Vancouver is $27.85 an hour. Prince George is $23.15. Annual breathing room, in Vancouver it's practically zero. In Prince George it's over $21,000 back in your pocket every single year. Commute time lost annually, Vancouver is 112 hours. Prince George is 15 minutes door to door. Career stability, Vancouver is one of the most saturated and cyclically volatile job markets in the country. Prince George has a $6 billion funded infrastructure pipeline, a teaching hospital, a research university, and a market where your skills are genuinely scarce and needed. Vancouver is a great city, nobody is arguing that, but it's also a city that makes it nearly impossible for the average family to actually get ahead. The math is just not close anymore. It hasn't been for a long time. Relocating to Prince George is not a step down, it's a trade up. Navigating the Prince George real estate market doesn't have to be stressful. I have a free seller's guide if you're planning to list, a relocation guide for anyone moving to Prince George, but if you're looking to buy and want more tailored information, ask for my home buyers program. On top of the buyer's guide, I will send you exclusive weekly videos and emails to walk you through the process step by step. Just comment the word guide down below, tell me which one fits your situation, and I'll send you the link right over. And when you're ready to actually look at homes or list your property, the easiest way to connect is to call, text, or email. All of those details are right here on the screen. See you in the next video.